Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. And for everyone who's new here, hi, my name is Lara. Welcome, I'm glad you found me. Today I wanted to show you a little bit something different from normal coloring books and stuff like that. And the thing that I wanted to show you today is scratch art. So, what is scratch art? Many of you might know this type of craft already. Maybe you did it as a kid. I did it as a kid myself. And essentially, you get some different motifs that are printed onto those cards, and you can scratch the printed part free to make a picture out of it. So, I wanted to show you some varieties of that and how they look. Let's start with the set I am working on at the moment. This is a little postcard set containing 4 pictures in general, and I got 2 of these postcard sets with 4 inside of them and 2 of these big sets with 4 inside of them each for 14 euros. So this isn't an expensive craft at all. So what you get looks something like this. You get a card with all this gray stuff on it, and you scratch the gray away to reveal the color underneath these pictures. But you have to be pretty careful because the black stuff is also scratchable too. So there's a little bit of a learning curve or a little bit of some challenge that adult colorists themselves like very much too. So you have to be, especially with like these super duper tiny spaces, you have to be very careful to not scratch off too much. And yeah. These are, for example, the A5 sizes I've got. Like I said, there are also big A4 sized pictures. Like you can see, this is something that depicts Europe, 4 pictures in here. And let me show you a set I actually opened. These are Travel Around the World scratch cards, and as you can see, all of them are from the same company. So the big scratch cards look like this. You get a really big A4 card, and sorry for the glare, I hope you are able to see it regardless. And you have much to do in a picture like this. From the back they are white, and with the postcards there's a postcard print on it. So what you essentially get in a set, no matter if you get A4 or A5 sizes, is you get the envelope with the pictures yourself, and additionally you get something that looks a little bit like this. Could be another constellation of things, but this is a pretty basic tool set. Most of the time this little fountain pen style thing is a stick, a wooden stick, and this is a general tool set for those pictures. First of all, you get this pen. One side looks like a fountain pen, is a little bit more dull and out of plastic. The other side is a very sharp and pointy metal tip, so that you really get into the crevices of a picture. So for really fine detail, I almost always use this side, but be careful, it is very sharp. Second of all, you get a little brush. This is important because the gray stuff you are scratching off leaves little debris and dust, and due to the fact that the pictures themselves are very matte, you shouldn't touch them with your hands because the oils get on the picture very easily, so you're essentially brushing away the debris that the stuff leaves. Other than these complete scratch pictures I showed you here, these sets, you can also get something like this. This is a block with just clear pictures. This is a very cheap block right now, so sometimes there's a little bit scratched off already, but I don't really care about this. This is more like testing things out for me or doing my own pictures, because with some little tracing paper you can get a carbon stain on this and re-scratch what you drew on it, or with a white colored pencil you can do some marks too, but you have to be pretty careful because the pencil could already rub the surface off. So for something I did myself, this is a work in progress. Open your mind before your mouth and you can see the stuff that I did on there. You can see where I have to scratch still. You see that I outlined something and that already something is done in this picture. And this is essentially how you do it. And to show you a finished product, this is one of the postcards from the set I did already, the Tower of Pisa. And as you can see, the details in these pictures get really, really fine and really, really tiny. For example, down here. But it really, really is a fun craft and something else, and essentially something along the lines of coloring, because of course you're removing something from a page to reveal the color, but you have to stay in line and do the stuff for the finished product to look how it was intended. And like I said, if you are a little bit more creative and want to do stuff yourself, you can always get like the sheets you can do stuff yourself on. So this is one of the pictures I'm working on at the moment. This is the White House in the USA. And as you can see, very fine detail too, but some larger areas, of course. And I would like to demonstrate you how to do this. So let's bring you down a little bit more and try to show you how this works. One time on my whip from the postcards and one on the picture I'm doing myself. Let me get you a little bit closer without it going too wonky. Okay, let's hope this is good. Let's get this into focus. So you are taking your tool, like I already said, and for getting no fingerprints on, I like to use a little piece of paper, putting it on the side where I am not working. And for example, in the outlined stuff, you just start to scratch off what you want to scratch off. So as you can see, the gray stuff goes away. And a little disclaimer right here: if you use the carbon paper to trace something onto a page like I did, it gets a little bit, how should I say that? It gets a little bit slippery, and sometimes the dull plastic tip on this side doesn't really get this off. So I just switch to the very scratchy and pointy side, and this gets the carbon debris off, no problem. So essentially what you're doing, you're scratching the surface to get rid of the black stuff, and end up with something along those lines. Like I said, to get rid of the debris, you're just brushing it away to get a free surface again. Now to the picture that is already printed. Same principle with this one, of course. I can't I can't promise that I'm not going to shove my head inside of the camera, so please excuse me if that happens in the next seconds. So, is it in focus? I hope so. And same thing here. You see the gray lines. on the already printed stuff and you start scratching. Sometimes you can outline it like I do it. You can scratch it free without outlining it. You can use the size that you want. You don't have to be as accurate as I am, of course. And then you start scratching away. And when you got too much debris to see, you're just brushing a little bit again. And for filling out the larger areas, I like to use the doll tip and scratch away the surface. I'm cleaning this very often due to the fact that this is a fairly detailed picture and I don't want to scratch anything off that I don't want to. And I'm a little bit of a perfectionist anyway, so yeah. Let's zoom you out again. A little bit more. Okay. And as you can see, we are getting a little bit further in the picture itself. Do we focus? Not that much. But this is essentially what you do until the picture is finished, of course. And then you have a nice postcard in this case that you can send to a relative or to a friend or just frame it however you want to do it. I'm always giving the finished products away because like with color by numbers, paint by numbers, I only like the craft itself. I don't really hang stuff like this, but many people that I know like this stuff and like to hang this stuff, so they are always happy when I say, hey, I got some things finished. Do you want to take something with you? So yeah, like I said, this is one of the crafts I'm pursuing at the moment too. I really, really like it. It's something else than coloring and something that really needs a little bit more attention because the lines get very fine and you don't want to mess up because there's no way of erasing it. Of course, you could paint over it with a black Sharpie or anything, but due to the fact that the surface is very matte, it would be a shiny black then, so I wouldn't want that. And yeah, like I said, it's pretty inexpensive too. I got 16 pictures on a tool set for 14 euros. I saw picture sets that get more expensive but are the same company still. So I think if you're looking on Amazon, I'm trying to get a few examples down in the comments. Down in the description, sorry. I'm trying to link some examples. Maybe I even find pictures on Amazon US that are like mine, and they are not that expensive. I guess you will pay between 8 and 15 bucks for some of the sets, and you really have to do something for a long time because they take their time. So I hope you enjoyed this little video that's not related to coloring in this case. And maybe I inspired you to do and try something else too. If you already did this craft and like it too, or if you think this is something interesting you want to try, I would be very happy to read from you down in the comments. If you have any other questions or suggestions or want to talk to me about this, I am very glad to answer you. So if there's anything you want to tell me, leave it in the comments or hit me up on Instagram. Other than that, I would say have a very nice day, stay safe, stay healthy, and like I always say, also have the best day you could ever have. Bye bye!